lights on. Turn all the lights on.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is SnakeMCGaming here, back with some more of Minecraft. Yes, indeed, and it is modding time. Obviously, you know that because you clicked on the video, so Anyway, so today I'm going to be showcasing a pretty amazing mod, especially for those of you out there that are, into creating, like, hopper systems and hopper storage systems and things and stuff. But this mod is called the Hopper Duct mod, or the Hopper Ducts with an S mod, one of those two. Link down in the description below, obviously, as usual. So this mod is actually a relatively simple one, which is pretty cool. I actually really like it, especially if you're really into the redstone and hopper systems. You can see some of the stuff I got set up over there, but I'll explain more about it in a moment. But anyway, so we all know how hoppers work. You take this little bad boy here, like so, and let's grab this flat piece right here, and you put, boom, a hopper on top of it, or onto the side of it, if you want to. And then you can just kind of, you boop, 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 basic, very basic hopper stuff, pops it into that chest, brings it down, blah, blah, blah. There's many different hopper systems out there. But one thing that hoppers can't do is transfer items upward. So, like, if we were to put this in here, it's not going to go anywhere because this is the final destination. This, now, obviously, if we were to put this in here, it would go down, but it wouldn't go up. So, yeah, that's one thing that's kind of sad about hoppers and kind of makes things a little bit harder. So, this mod adds a thing called Ducts, which can be attached to hoppers and send items in virtually any direction. Which I think is just kind of super fantastic. Up is the best way, but it can also be sent sideways in any direction, which is pretty cool, depending on which direction the item is placed. So I really like that. Now, what you're going to need in order to create a hopper duct, well, for the mod in general, the biggest item you'll need is one wooden stick, which is pretty awesome, really easy to get, super abundant, and you also need iron, also a pretty easy thing to get. Now, the crafting recipe for this bad boy right here, this is the hopper duct, by the way, and the crafting recipe is right here. Ignore the barriers, that's just sort of keep your eyes away from that. It's very simple. It's one wooden plank in the middle and 3 iron ingots around the bottom, similar to a hopper. So let's just go ahead and show you, and it creates 4 hopper ducts for you. Awesome sauce. Alright, so there are few differences between regular hoppers and ducts. As I said before, ducts can send items upwards as well as down and to any side, pretty much. But ducts also won't pull items from inventories like hoppers do. Like, a hopper pulls the item out of, like, a chest or another hopper. The hopper ducts don't do that. Like, you could put a hopper duct underneath a chest facing downward and it won't pull the item out of it. That's not how it works. The only way that you can send an item downward from a hopper duct is if you're using a hopper. It doesn't pull items out of inventories like hoppers do. Excuse me. So that's one kind of balancing thing, I suppose, in order to create this. And, I honestly think that's okay because it can pretty much be pointed, in any direction. You don't just have to be sending it up. You can send it outward, left, and right, all from one center area if you would like. What's another cool thing is we take our stick here. Now, normally, left-clicking Actually, let's go ahead and go into game mode S. Really? Oh, you know what? It's gotta be one word, because I'm a dummy. Game mode S. So left clicking will turn it normal. This is normal rotations. And that's what's really cool about it is that after it's placed, it can be, the direction that it points at can be altered on the fly, which is pretty cool. So you do it like this, or if you right click, you can you know, do it in reverse if you wish. So I think that is pretty cool. Now if you are like messing around with this stuff in say creative mode, obviously left clicking will break it, so the only option that you really have is right clicking it to make it go in reverse, but it's not too big of a deal. So another cool thing about it is that ducts will automatically orient to any adjacent ducts or hoppers that are next to them. So like, let's place that, and see there's the duct here, so it automatically oriented to that duct, which I think is pretty cool. Maybe it doesn't automatically orient to any hopper. Website could have been a typo or something, but it definitely automatically orients to any ducts that are placed next to it. Like, see, I think it's a pretty awesome thing. And like, you see how that one, these two just automatically went? Well, you can take your rotating tool here, and for some reason it doesn't seem to be working, which is interesting. So it's definitely a little finicky, but you know, just like hoppers, you work at it, you get the hang of it. And another thing that is kind of it's not really like too underpowered because just like what it can do, but it only has one inventory slot, you know, but that's okay because it's not used for storing items. In fact, if you put an item in there, oh, that's cool, that's actually doing it. But if you were to like put an item in there with like a hopper or something, I was like doing it earlier, like with just this one here, and it was blinking back and forth. But you can put an item in there if you wish, and it does get backed up. And I'm sure you can have full stacks in there, but really it just actually, let me test that out. Can you? Yes, you can, and you can right click into it too. Amazing. So yeah, anyway, we're getting a little backtrack here. Gotta go ahead and look at my facts. Oh, yes, one more final fact, and a kind of interesting fact. You'll notice the hopper's hitbox is completely square, much like a normal block. The duct's hitbox, however, is much smaller. So say you have chests behind it, you can much easier, that's not a word, you can easily get to things behind it if need be, or you can easily set up more hoppers if need be and such like that. Okay, so moving on, let's go ahead and give ourselves a little test run of exactly how this bad boy works. So crap. Here's our chest here, empty chest. We have hoppers, one hopper, which will take the item that I'm going to put in there, and we want it to end up in here. So let's go ahead and open it, and we're going to place one ingot in there, and see it disappeared automatically. What it's doing is that hopper has sucked up the item, pushed it, or ejected it into this duct, and this duct is sending it up into all the other ducts and winding up in our chests at the top. So it could be a pretty interesting, like I can imagine like a kind of like a mail system in your Minecraft. Like you can create all sorts of weird zigzags, and it's really very flexible, being able to rotate the orientation of all this stuff. Like you see, look, it's already pointed that way for you to send it in like a different direction. Like if you wanted to, you could do it like that, and then, oh, that's not working. That's depressing. But you can send it like in all sorts of weird directions, and then it'll always wind up in there, and it's relatively fast. You see, it basically pulls just as quickly as a normal hopper, and they wind up, but it goes through the duct. Oop, I hit the wrong button. It goes through the ducts rather quickly, as you can see. So I think that is actually just super cool. Okay, so just as a There we go. Just as another example of something that you can do, say with a duct, is let's say we had some ducts here. We don't really need that pointing anywhere but up, so let's just go ahead and... Actually, no, we need it pointing... Or we need something pointing inward. Right, we don't need this pointing anywhere but up, so let's do that. Point up. There we go. Alright, so let's say we have it something like this. And you know why you would do this, I don't know, but you know it's something you could do. And then we have our hoppers to the side. Also, another neat thing that I didn't point out earlier is I'm not shift clicking, so you can actually just willy-nilly place these things as much as you want to do it. The only way that you can open the inventory is with another item in your hand or that. But if you're holding a duct in your hand, it won't require you to shift click in order to place another duct next to it like hoppers do. Alright, let's go ahead and attach our hoppers here, and we'll put, see, that shift click thing. Actually, you know what? I don't need the chests, we don't need that. And then let's go ahead and we'll put a chest on the top. Oop, wrong button. Okay. There we go. That's what we needed. So, it's just really neat. So, let's say you you can have some sort of setup where, you know, maybe you have a basement room or something, and like you need to send, I don't know, let's say potion ingredients or ingot ingredients. Like you don't have a crafting bench down here, or you just want to be fancy and like have a fancy elevator, or maybe you're on a multiplayer world that that allows mods, and you want to send your friend some items from in the basement. Like he says, hey Chuck, can you just bring me some I don't know, give me some iron. And you're in like one of the rooms. Is like, oh, you go to the iron chest, you go to the thing, pop it in there, disappears, it'll travel. And then like let's say he needs, you know, let's say he needs some gold, and you store your gold in a different room. Well, you can have this hopper system set up, hopper duct system set up. Boom, got some gold. Same thing for emeralds, and same thing for diamond. Whoop. Same thing for diamonds, and you know you have that thing set up, and he can just walk over to the chest, open it up, boom, 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 and boom, and he gets his items. I just thought that was a pretty neat thing that you could do. You know, use the imagination just sort of boggles to what you could do. I was thinking of different things that could potentially be done with this hopper duct system, not just this that I'm showing you. I'm not really good with hoppers and not very creative with, you know, redstone stuff in general, so my examples in this video are going to be somewhat lacking. Alright, so that is the main part of this mod. However, this mod comes with one more feature aside from the ducts. It's a thing called a graded hopper. And essentially, what the graded hopper is a filtering system. It's used for filter items and sort items much easier. So let's go ahead and this is your graded hopper. It basically looks like a hopper with what looks like an iron bars on the top. If you want to craft it, it's one iron bar and one hopper. And a hopper on top of it, and then you just put it in the crafting grid. I think you can put it, yeah, in any order. I don't, oh, look at that. It's a completely dynamic thing. You can just literally just pop them in there. Boom. You only get one graded hopper per these things, but, you know, it's relatively cheap. As far as it's about as expensive as iron bars and a hopper is. It's iron intensive, this mod, but you know, iron is pretty easy to come by in a survival world. So anyway, I'm gonna open it up. As you can see, it has two inventory areas. You've got the great inventory area, and this is the one that you're going to be focusing on the most. This is the filter inventory. You place items in here that you want to sort, and only items matching the items that are in the filter system are allowed into the hopper from a chest, or allowed into this hopper. Well, let me rephrase. The items that you have in this area that I'm highlighting right now. Actually, I can show you a better example. Here you go. You got these 4 ingots in here, right? So let's go ahead and grab from our trusty little TMI, let's grab some lime green dye. Alright, you pop that lime green dye in here, you see that it's not moving. It's completely standing still. It's not going anywhere. However, when I toss in my items that I do have filtered, now it always does from the left over, but let's say we did that, now it's doing the emeralds, now it's doing the gold, and now it's doing the iron, and you see that. So basically, whoop, that was weird, kind of click out thing, but whatever. So basically, as you can see, it doesn't let items through that, whoops, basically, I don't really need it anymore anyway, that don't belong. So I couldn't send the die through, however I can send that thing. So you can see the potential for sorting things. At least I can anyway. And another interesting and awesome thing to note is that the graded hopper prevents any hoppers from underneath it, like this one, from filtering out or from taking out the item that is in the filter inventory. So here, let me go ahead and get rid of this real quick so I can just show this example to you. So for example, you pop this in here, your ingots, you pop them in there, and you notice that it's not going into the hopper even though it should. But if we pop the diamonds in here, now it's starting to flow, and the diamonds are going into this chest down here. So you can see the potential for creating a filter system. So it's a good thing to note that any item can still be inserted into a grate hopper, as I showed you. Any item, it doesn't matter what. And another cool thing is, as I'm showing you here, things can be inserted from, like, say, the side. So here we have a hopper pointing into the side. We can toss in a chest, and it goes into this, which will go into this, which goes into this. But you notice that it's not going into this, where the iron is. Oh, come back here, you silly. And that is where the filtration system. Items will flow in from all sides. So let's say you have, let's say this is down below in your storage area, and you have this thing filtered to only grab. Here, let's go ahead and do the same thing we did. You have it filtered to only grab iron, diamonds, and iron, diamonds, emeralds, and gold. So basically, like the ingots that you can get while mining. That's all you want. But you've picked up a lot of cobblestone and a lot of other dirt. Well, you can have this, and then have a hopper underneath it that goes either into another chest or a double chest, or that a hopper itself is attached to a whole nother storage system using these beautiful ducts here that sends other items into other graded hoppers, and it sorts those things out like that. Or, you know, you just have a spare random drop chest down below. So let's go ahead and let's get some eggs. Let's say you grab some eggs. Let's say you got some cocoa beans and some lapis lazuli. Why not? Because there can only be 5 items. I think I grabbed too many. That's okay. We won't use the eggs. So let's say those you were mining, oh, good day of mining, and you're not a good day of mining. You just want to come home, drop your crap off as fast as you can. So let's say you have a chest upstairs that will you can just walk into your house. That's one chest sitting in the corner. It looks inconspicuous. You got your upstairs looking all nice and fancy. You walk up under that chest, you open it up, and you just boom, you pop your items in there, they immediately disappear into the hopper underneath it. That hopper, it doesn't necessarily have to be fed directly into a graded hopper, but that hopper feeds down into a system of other hoppers or whatever into a graded hopper. That graded hopper will, once, like I said, and we'll go ahead and demonstrate it again, just as another example, it will recognize the ores, you know, because you have, let's say you mined a crap ton of ores, it'll recognize the ores, and it'll recognize the lapis lazuli and the cocoa beans and the stuff that's not supposed to be in there. It'll recognize all of that, and as you can see, it's starting to filter stuff out. And look, it's going 2 at a time now because just of how things are set up. So it's you can see it's taking both of these at the same time. It's recognizing the iron ingots, but it's also recognizing, hey, this thing doesn't belong. It's not a part of my filter system. So it's sending all of the access stuff here. You got your access eggs, your access cocoa, and your access lapis. While it's sending your important stuff, your ingots, or if you want to use ore, if you have silk touch or coal ore or anything of that nature, and it's sending all the important stuff into this chest right here, has it more sorted out for you to come in, take it out, and sort it out as your own leisure. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the Hopper Ducts? Yeah, Hopper Duct mod. I thought that it was a super neat mod. I know I rambled a bit here and there, but wouldn't be a video like mine if I didn't, right? But I just thought it was a super cool mod, especially for people who, you know, like to be a little more organized in Minecraft, like to build those super complicated hopper filtering systems, which I don't even know how they work. So this mod would be great for a newbie like me who doesn't really know how to make my own filtering system in vanilla Minecraft. I just, you know, get this mod, go into survival, boom, the crafting recipes are super easy to make. So yeah, that's the Hopper Duct mod, guys. As always, the link to this mod will be down in the description below. It's a good thing to note that let's say you're a server or a YouTuber or anything like that, and you create mods, or you have a community of people that follow you, that, you know, you have a set number of mods you like to use. You can add this to your mod pack if you create a mod pack and distribute it, as long as you give due credit, of course, to the creator of the mod, and you make sure you're not, you know, selling the mod for your own personal monetization game, because that would be illegal. But yeah, so link down in the description as always, and I think that's it, guys. I have nothing else to really show you. Just, you know, I recommend giving this mod a try, especially if you're into survival. It's a really good survival based mod. So yeah, you know, grab it, have fun, let your imaginations run wild. Feel free to post links to pictures in the comments of things that you did with this mod, elaborate hopper duct machines and stuff, and sorting machines that you made. You know, feel 100% free. I mean, to do that, it would be amazing. I saw a video was it a video or a picture of this similar system here, but set up. It was a really tall wall, and it had so many hopper ducts, and it was just going down in a diagonal, and it was just sorting out all sorts of different items, because if you think you can have this hopper duct, and then this thing goes into another thing that sends it into another hopper duct that has a different type of item, and you could sort out these things even more if you chose to. Anyway, I'm rambling again because I'm off script. Anyway, I think that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Link down in the description below. That's the third time I say it, but I can't reiterate it enough. This is a really, really cool mod. I highly recommend giving it a shot. And also, please, if you like this video, click that like button. It makes me super happy. You have no idea. I smile every time I see a like. I smile every time I see a view, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, click the like button down below. It makes me super happy. If you really, really like this video, please subscribe for more modding time videos, as well as other videos on my channel. I have an entire catalog of Minecraft videos and other videos too, so please, I hope you enjoy. And that is it, guys. I am SnakeMCGaming. This has been Modding Time, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.